Hollywood. That's gooey, ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can...
Hello, Hollywood. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would like to give a shout out to our fan watching our live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'm Rana Gadban, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting this program. Today, Hollywood honors an actor who has graced our screen with over 70 different movies, who has won our hearts time and time again. Today, Hollywood honors Arkin, with the 2,665th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite him up to the stage, first, let me tell you about our honoree. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Arkin launched his career with Chicago's world-famous improv revue at the Second City. Let's give him a round of applause, you guys. In 1966, Allen made his major feature film debut, starring in the comedy smash, The Russians Are Coming. The Russians Are Coming. This earned him his first Oscar nomination for Best Actor and won him a Golden Globe Award for his performance. He garnered a second Best Actor Oscar nomination for his performance in the 1968 drama, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, for which he also won a New York Film Critics Circle Award and received a Golden Globe nomination. Right after that, he earned yet another Golden Globe nomination for the title role in Poppy. His list of credits also include his directorial debut, Little Murders, as well as starring roles in Wait Until Dark, Catch-22, Edward Scissorhands, Glengarry Glen Ross, Sunshine Cleaning, Argo, and Little Miss Sunshine. For which he won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Last year, Allen starred in Chuck Lorre's critically acclaimed Netflix original series, The Kaminsky Method. Allen will next be featured in Minions 2 and in Netflix film Wonderland. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our honoree, Arkin. Awesome. Welcome. But before we hear from Allen, we have two guest speakers today who'd like to say a few words about our honoree. Our first speaker is an Academy Award nominated actor who has established himself as a multi-talented force in Hollywood. You may know Carell from his critically acclaimed Emmy-nominated role. Hello. As Michael Scott in The Office. His films include Beautiful Boy, Little Miss Sunshine, 40-Year-Old Virgin, as well as Despicable Me and its sequel. Please help me welcome to the stage Steve Carell. You're going to be...
Miss Godbun, honored guests, friends, family, bad Superman impersonator, German tourist, Spider-Man, unauthorized Minnie Mouse, guy painted silver who acts like a robot, person handing out topless maid flyers, and fellow graduates. This morning, I would like to speak on behalf of a man who has been an inspiration, a one-of-a-kind creative voice, a mentor, and one of my lifelong idols. Unfortunately, Robert De Niro is not here today, so instead I will talk about Alan Arkin. Alan and I have appeared in over 25 films together. Among them, Little Miss Sunshine, Get Smart, and our multiple Oscar-winning Burt Wonderstone. But our friendship goes far beyond the time that we have spent together on set. We've also enjoyed many hours doing press junkets and have often seen each other in passing. So why is Alan Arkin a big deal? I often ask myself the same thing. Well, for starters, he is a truly great actor, a once-in-a-generation kind of talent. His body of work spans from the satirical comedy of the Compass Players to the subtle beauty of the Kaminsky Method. There is something special about this man, no matter what he is in, no matter what he's in, no matter what part he's playing, he is actually the one that you tend to watch. There's a subtle alchemy to his acting that never begs for attention, but gets it anyway. See how that sort of worked? There was a quick story when we were rehearsing for Little Miss Sunshine. Our directors decided that we do a field trip because most of the time spent in the movie is in a little VW minivan. So they thought it would be a good idea to have us all go out in character in a van. And the director sat at the back of the van and would videotape our interactions. And it gave us a chance to improvise and sort of flesh out our characters, figure out who we all were. So Alan sat at the back. The rest of us assumed our places in the van. And we all improvised our butts off, trying desperately to figure out who our characters were. And Alan didn't say a word. And we drove around for a good hour to an hour and a half, nothing. He said nothing from the back of the van until finally we started hearing a subtle moan. This went on for about 5 or 7 minutes, which was then followed by, I gotta pee. And so those 3 words really typify Alan Arkin in my I gotta pee. No, gotta's 1 word. 4 words if it's got to pee, which is neither here nor there. My point is, after all of that time and all of us trying to really act hard and to find it, Alan was able to do it in such an easy, simple, concise way, and that, I think, represents how I see him as an actor. He never seems to be working too hard, but his characters are always textured and human. There is it's true. There's a danger, I think, to meeting your heroes. Rarely do they live up to the expectations that you place upon them. And Alan turned out to be much more than I could have ever imagined. I simply idolize him. His depth of talent and craft is unprecedented. He is the actor I want to be, As a person, he has a lot to be desired, but as an actor, A+. Alan, it is a true and genuine honor to be here today. You are my idol, and this means the world to me to be here to celebrate you today. And I love you.
Thank you so much, Steve, for being here and for sharing these funny stories with us. Before we introduce our next speaker, we have a few celebrities here in the audience who are also here today supporting Alan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Walk of Famer Chuck Lorre. As well as some of Alan's co-stars on the Kaminsky Method, including Sarah Baker, Lisa Edelstein, Paul Reiser, Susan Sullivan, and Walk of Famer Anne Margaret. I'd also like to recognize some special guests to the chamber that are here with us today. Vin DiBona, our Walk of Fame Committee Chair. And Donnell Dadigan, our Hollywood Chamber of Commerce Board Chair and the owner of the Hollywood Museum. I'd also like to give a shout out to our LAPD Hollywood Division, who are here always supporting us. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is a critically acclaimed actor, author, and educator. His extensive television credits include Criminal Minds, NCIS, and Law & Order, as well as film credits including Margot at the Wedding, Liar, Liar, and An Unmarried Woman. He's the director of the Acting Intensive Program at South Coast Repertory and a professor at Chapman University. Please help me welcome to the stage Alan's talented son, Matthew Arkin.
You have to move up because you told me never to upstage you.
I don't want to turn my back on you.
No. I don't
trust you. Where do you want?
Wherever you want to be. I am very proud to be here to celebrate my father today because we all know that children learn much more from their parents by the example that they set than the words that they say. And I think that's why my father has 3 sons in show business, no matter how hard he tried to talk us out of it. Unfortunately, that's why my brothers couldn't be here today. Adam is shooting season 3 of Get Shorty up in Vancouver. My young brother is starring in original Song at the Cherry Lane in New York. And I'm signing autographs as Optimus Prime across the street at the Chinese. So I just had to do a quick change and run across the street. But Adam and Tony both had some words that they wanted to say to you today, Dad. So, on their behalf, from Adam. Dad, I'm so sorry not to be there in person for this day, but that's what you get for instilling a work ethic in your sons. I know that ceremonies like these are secretly why you pursued a life in the arts. So perhaps now you can relax for a minute or two. It's an honor that is so richly deserved, Dad. You've always been a star. It's only right that you should have one. Much love, Adam. Tony had this to say. Hi, Pop. I tried to come, but my stage manager wouldn't let me. I'm struck by the thought of you walking down this very street as a boy, dreaming about the movies and wondering if you'd ever be in one. It really doesn't get more inspiring than that. I couldn't be prouder. Don't stay up too late. As for me, I'm grateful that we grew up with a father who, both by word and deed, taught us the true meaning of success. Because through all of the years and all of the accolades, you've made it clear that happiness is not to be found in Golden Globes or Oscars or stars on the Walk of Fame, as gratifying as those things might be. Instead, you taught us that the true success is measured by the people in your life and the relationships that you have with them. And by that yardstick, Dad, you are a giant. You are the patriarch of a family, all of whom celebrate and work together, who love and support each other, and who adore you. And I can't think of a greater accomplishment. You couldn't have said it better yourself.
Let's give him another round of applause. And now, the Chamber of Commerce administers the Hollywood Walk of Fame on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. And on behalf of our Los Angeles City Council member, Mitch O'Farrell, the city has provided a beautiful resolution that we will now like to present to our honoree, Alan Arkin. Let me hold it for you. All right. And now it's a time you've all been waiting for. It's a time to hear from our honoree. So ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Alan Arkin. All right, Alan, I'll give that to you. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm a little bit annoyed with Steve. We each told 2 minutes apiece. Matthew, you, and me were told 2 minutes apiece. I clocked you. You're like 4 minutes and a half. Matthew, I'm out of time. I can't talk now. I'm over just by saying my complaints. I'm over time. I spent 2 days writing a speech, and then they told me that I could only speak for 2 minutes. So then I spent some time making it smaller, and I came up with this. And I don't care if I get arrested. I'm going to say what's on my mind. First of all, I don't really feel like I deserve this. I had fun for my entire career, but by the same token, I had shingles 2 years ago, and I didn't feel like I deserved that either. So I get maybe the two things kind of cancel each other out. Steve and I have done now, it's 4 projects. He lied before. We've done 25 movies together. We're on our 4th now, and in 3 of them I play his mentor. And interestingly enough, when we're off camera, he never listens to a word I say. As for Matthew, I was deeply moved by what he had to say, but I don't trust him for a word because he's an actor. And we're getting a free lunch, and every actor I know will lie in his teeth in order to get a free lunch. I have to thank Netflix, thank for instigating this, for my wife Suzanne and Melody for working their butts off to get it organized, for everybody connected in the crew from Kaminsky Method who came here, to my wonderful granddaughter Molly, who is a producer functioning out of Paramount and who works there I kid you not, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they gave her 7 minutes off to come to this symposium. And finally, I have to say that this was prophesized. My being here was prophesized. I went to Franklin High School, a couple of miles east of here. And then I went to Los Angeles City College on Vermont. And all of my acting teachers in high school and junior college say, Arkin, they said to me, you're going to end up on the street. And by God, it took them 60 years later, not only am I on the street, but I'm going to be in this street. So thank you, everybody, for this. It's overwhelming. Thank you very much.
You're not doing anything. You're just going to keep me company. Thank you so much, Alan, for your kind words and very inspiring career and success. Thank you for being here today. We're honored to have you. So now on behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Alan Arkin Day in Hollywood. We are going to... What? It includes parking tickets, according to Alan. And now we're going to unveil the stars, so help us cheering and join us in the celebration. Thank you. We proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Alan Arkin.
Does the opposite. Straight down the center.
Please.
And over here. Mr. Arkin, straight out here, please. Almost. Okay.
So we're going to have Alan, Matthew, and Steve. So you're going to stand on his star.
Stand on my star.
And gentlemen. Oh yeah. Alan, look straight ahead. Straight ahead, Mr. Arkin. Now.
And gentlemen, if you could look right over here. Hey, Alan.
Gentlemen, right here. Hello. Alan. Bonjour. Look straight ahead.
Straight ahead, gentlemen. Right to the center camera, please. Straight ahead.
Very white foundation right here. Your neighbor. How about for the penny saver?
Okay.
Alan.
Oh yeah, almost.
And Steve.
Can you look to your right, please?
That's all he does.
Alan and Steve, right over here.
I'm going to look this right.
And gentlemen, could you look at this camera? Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're not. And now you by yourself.
Look this way.
Now I'm a handstand.
All right, Alan.
Alan.
Woohoo!
Yeah. It's Arkin. Alan. Alan. Straight ahead, Reed. Okay, you got it. Alan, to your left.
Just hang on a minute, guys. Family, guys.
Right here?
All right.
We just work together on that. All right. To your left. And everyone, your left, please. Right here on your left. Left.
And if everyone could look at this camera.
Everybody right here.
Him and his wife.
So now we're going to get the cast.
Oh, can we get you Alan with your wife?
With your wife?
With the wife? Alan. Suzanne and Alan, yes. Stand on your star. Right.
There we go, Alan. Again.
Beautiful.
Over here.
Okay, guys.
Don't step on it.
Baker.
Come on, Alan. Here we go. And looking straight ahead, please. Right here, straight ahead. Yes. Right here. Here we go.
And if everyone could look at this camera right here. Perfect.
And then this one right here.
And this one right here, one more time. Perfect.
Lisa.
And then we look over here. Right here.
And Margaret. Paul.
Paul. Okay.
And Margaret and Paul.
Never mind Alan. I want to see those. I got to shoot. Oh, now that's...
Got it? Okay. And then we're done.
I know. Lisa. Right here. Right here.
Lisa.
Hey guys, here please.
Start coming down.
Alan, to your left, sir. No. Alan. Okay, you got it. Yeah, we got it.
Sebastian, are you going to interview?
Got it. How many shots?
He's looking at me. I'm
Wait, get out of there. Get out. No.
Guys.
Alan's not going to look at me no matter what. Alan. Oh yeah.
Here, Alan.
Here we go, Alan.
Oh yeah.
Alan. Alan to your left. This one is good. This one is good.
Alan! Wait. And now people.
Guys, one of you. We did well.
Oh, yeah.